¿Qué pasa YouTube, aka what's up YouTube? Happy y'all today, week number 2 of the Shuckle Premier League, aka SPL, where your Carolina Haxers are taking on Joey. So if you guys are excited for this, make sure to like and comment as well as subscribe to follow the the rest of our journey in this season. If you don't want to watch the team builder, then you can skip right to the battle. And for those of you who are interested in making the correct decision to see our team builder, welcome. How's it going? Unfortunately, we did lose our week 1 match, week 1 jitters after not playing Wi-Fi in 2 years. I did not perform that well. On the other hand, though, Joey also lost his week 1 game, so we're both going into this 0-1, and we both definitely want to pull out a victory. So, looking at Joey's team, he has a very scary squad, the biggest threat easily being Dragapult because of the plethora of sets that it could potentially run. Clefable has always historically been amazing in Draft League, even if it did lose some moves. Heatran was one of his championship winning Mons in the previous league that he was in. Thunderous and Azov can be mixed threats potentially. He does have some good Terra captains in Appleton, Torterra, and Chimecho, which I believe Appleton and Torterra potentially come over Chimecho in most scenarios in this matchup. Bulky Quackball could definitely be a solid bring, and then his 2 poison types in Grafai and Overcoil, I believe, are the 2 least likely mons to come to this game just because of the offensive threats that we do have. So looking at our first team member here, we have Choice Scarf Tornadus Therian, which was actually a last minute decision, but in mocks it definitely ended up helping a lot because of the surprise factor. And even if he does get up stealth rock with regen, we can still come in, come out, outspeed basically everything that is not Choice Scarf Dragapult, which honestly I would not put it past him if he did bring Scarf Dragapult, although I don't think Choice Dragapult in this matchup is probably the best, just depending on what scenarios he is expecting me to bring with my squad. So yeah, all 3 offensive moves are able to hit everything, and then there's U-turn for momentum. Next off, we have Mamoswine rocking a nice bulky assault vest set. The nice thing about assault vest is that we can eat special hits from Dragapult, Flash Cannon, Heatran, Thunderous, and Azov mostly. Everything else will probably be physical. So I'm not entirely too worried about that, and I guess we do eat a special hit from Clefable. Heavy Slam is able to 2-hit KO Clefable, which is actually really nice, and does a good chunk of damage to something like Terra Fairy Appleton. Between our dual stabs, we apply a lot of pressure with the correct prediction, which is absolutely amazing. So next off, we have Water Absorb, Defensive Quagsire. Now, the great thing about Quagsire here in this matchup is that it can run both Underwear or Water Absorb, but I like Water Absorb mainly because we could potentially bait in the Quackball, or it's able to stop it from boosting its speed, which I'm not going to lie, bulk up speed boosting Quackball or even Swords Dance speed boosting Quackball is absolutely terrifying, but because it could be a more offensive set, then that means he has 1 less potential answer to my Mamoswine, so Mamoswine could come in and apply more pressure to that. So once I can kind of deal with Quackball, I definitely feel like Mamoswine comes in and just gets a KO or 2, or puts us in a really good scenario. Toxic is amazing if he does want to bring a defensive Appleton or Torterra, as well as Unaware Clefable, which he did bring Unaware Clefable to his week 1 matchup. And Bulldoze is great for potentially lowering speed on his more speedy threats. Next off, we have a offensive Infernape compared to our week 1 defensive Infernape here, and as you can see, we're just e-belt 4 offensive moves. Everything on this set hits his team for some ridiculous amount of damage. We're able to OHKO or 2-hit KO most of his squad, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal, especially if we are able to get a Brox. I believe it is a roll on maybe like 1 or 2 mons depending on what he wants to bring. Again, I don't really expect him to want to bring Overquill with Intimidate, because we could be Oblivious Mamoswine or Defiant Bravery, which ironically enough is actually our next mon here with Agility and Terra Steel. Now, I was Terra Ground, but after the mocks that I did, Terra Steel ended up coming in a little bit more handy because the sooner Clefable was gone, the sooner I'm able to do some really good damage between Mamoswine and Infernape, and I don't have to rely on one of my coverage moves between Heavy Slam and Gunk Shot respectively to come in and deal some damage. Plus, with agility at +2 late game, as long as he is not Scarf Dragapult, we can just spam Brave Bird once Thundurus and Heatran are weakened, or the potential of Terra Electric, Torterra / Chimecho are weakened as well. So between Braviary and Tornadus Therian, we're able to potentially fly spam here into a victory. And the final team member is going to be Tinkaton, aka Chiquita, our Assault Vest set here, which I did initially have Ockerberry, but Assault Vest ended up being way more handy because we definitely guarantee a special hit from his especially offensive threats, and in return we're able to severely chip them down in range of where we can revenge kill them, or we can 2-hit KO them and go either 1 for 1 or potentially 1 for 2, which would be amazing. So that is going to be our squad here for our week 2 match. Hopefully we can bounce back and go 1-1 for the rest of the season. So with that being said, let's jump right into the battle. Yeah, pasa YouTube, aka what's up YouTube? Welcome to week 2 of the Shuckle Premier League, where your Durham Dragons are taking on one of the founders of the league in Joey Pokemon MD. I'm sure everybody knows who he is, so definitely go check him out. So we're gonna try to bounce back here after an unfortunate week 1 loss. It was really tough, I'm not gonna lie. I was just very nervous and just kind of got into my head a lot, honestly. So we're gonna go ahead here and jump into this game. Honestly, I don't even know the background music. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and yeah, thank you everybody for the kind words in week 1. For those of you who have followed me from my previous draft leagues, you will know I get the week 1 jitters, and there was no difference that day. So he brings stuff I was not expecting. Oh man. No Tran is really nice. No Thundurus. Torterra, I was on the low expecting that to come. Overquill is a little bit of a problem. And he has Azoth. Okay, so this is not at all what I was expecting. This is actually very scary. So, looking at potential leads, I could just go ahead and lead Mamoswine. He could lead Azoth is what I'm thinking. He does not really switch the best into my Mamoswine. Not Overcool, sorry. Quilladin, Quackable, the water starter, could also be his lead. I think Mamo might be a solid lead here just because it could force him into being aggressive against me, thinking that I am Focus Sashed. So we're gonna go from there. But yeah, this is not at all what I was expecting. I'm sorry again. Whew. All right, so hopefully we can bounce back. Joey is also at 0-1 heading into this game, so I definitely know he's gonna want to pull out the W here. I'm a little scared if he leads off with the Quackaball, as leads Overcool. Okay. Overcool, unfortunately, with Intimidate, I'd assume. No Intimidate, okay. So, I don't think I need to keep this as healthy as I initially would have thought, as he has T-Spikes, which are not necessarily the worst thing ever. So, we're going to be able to do some good damage here with the Earthquake still. That did nothing after the Shuckaberry. So it looks like he's going to try and Hazard Stack here. He does not seem to be max HP. Definitely max speed though. So Icicle Crash could possibly knock him out here, looking at the damage that we did with the Earthquake. Does this have... Oh, it could have Destiny Bond. I'm going to Icicle Crash actually, because if he does Destiny Bond, that could be annoying. So yeah, he's definitely going to try and Hazard Stack and then just be aggressive, it looks like. So we're going to go for Icicle Crash here. Don't quite knock him out, but that's not the worst thing ever because we can go for an ice shard. So, spikes, T-spikes. Those are going to be a little bit annoying. So he's going to save it. He's down to about 10%. Quackle, yeah, this thing is actually a little bit of a problem. Oh, he is air balloon. Okay, that's not as terrifying. But still, it being an offensive set could definitely be a problem. Because unfortunately, we don't have boots on our Quagsire, which is what I did initially have. So this might be a little problematic as we get off a good chunk of damage there. So I'm thinking about switching right into my Quagsire. He's at 86. So we did about 14%, which isn't too bad. I think I like the idea of switching into Tornadus immediately, just because I feel like he's going to expect me to bring in Quagsire. Yeah, so I'm going to hard Tornadus here, and we'll see what set he's running. Ice Spinner. Would he Ice Spinner immediately? That's actually a little scary. No, he flip turns. Okay. 31 to 197. He did 114. That did a lot. In comes Torterra. I'm a little worried this could go for the Terra. I'm probably going to get swept here. Like, this could just Shell Smash and probably win. That would actually be really, really bad. Oh, crud. Huh. Yeah, he could Terra Electric. Terra Electric into Shell Smash, maybe. So, that's a little problematic. Hopefully... dude, Terra... Shell Smash Terra was something that I thought he could definitely bring. So, U-turn does nothing. Does not have the weakness policy, it looks like. But what would I want to switch into this? Like, I don't really have the best answers to this right now, unfortunately. He is Terra Electric, which is a little bit of a problem. Mamoswine does not seem as useful. Worst case, he Shell Smashes, and then I can Ice Shard him. Or he Shell Smashes here. Would Braviary live a +2 Terra Blast? If I am Steel. So Braviary does have a chance to live here if he is adamant. I'm hoping he goes for Shell Smash. This is the second week I've just thrown away Braviary, by the way. Just, darn it, dude. I almost went Mamoswine too. Almost went Mamoswine. Ah! I should have gone Mamoswine. Because even if I had gone Mamoswine, then I could have Ice Sharded him. Yeah, I really second guessed myself there. Darn it. Brave Bird. I can Rock Slide just for a flinch chance because right now I don't really have the best answers to this. So he's going to switch out. He was sitting at about 80%. Into Clefable, okay. So we go for Rock Slide. We have the Terra Blast Steel, so I think I'm going to Terra Blast Steel here. And we did some good damage with that, actually. That did what, like 20%? I don't think this might be max defense. If this isn't max defense, we have a chance to knock him out here with the Terra Blast. He could be Babiri Berry. which would be a little bit scary, but if we are able to get rid of this, that would be absolutely amazing. We might have a chance to knock him out here depending on roll. So we're going to go straight for the Terra Blast. We're Terra Blast Steel. Come on, Brave, come on. Oh, just barely, man. Just barely. We barely miss out on the KO there. So he gets up his rocks. He's sitting at about 18%. We should definitely knock him out here with whatever. I can go for another rock slide. What are his switch-ins into this? Like, Brave Bird just kind of does really good damage. I might be able to make this a double down. No, because he's too low. But Brave Bird, I think, might just get a KO here, actually. He could sack off the Overquill. I don't think I mind just going for Brave Bird. Yeah, I don't mind going for Brave Bird here. He's at 18%. What is that, the Overquill? Yeah, so he sacks off Overquill. Not the worst thing ever. Torterra's at 80%. Clef is at 18. Would I have been a madman if I went for the agility there? Probably, because I didn't think he would save Clefable. But Clefable does have a chance to potentially recover, or Moonlight or Wish, on Quagsire, which is something I definitely need to prevent. So Penterroar is the Dragapult. Would he go straight for U-turn? I honestly think I can just go straight into Tornadus here. Yeah, because I can save this for a sack. So let's see what he goes for. Flamethrower. Okay, that's not bad. What? That did a lot. Is that Specs? That's got to be Specs. Yeah, I definitely think that's Specs. Okay, so this is a little scary because there's no way we knock him out here. But we know he's Specs, so I could go straight into Quagsire. I'm very positive this is Specs. Yeah, there's no way he did that much damage. So Quagsire is going to be taking damage here. Let's see. Yeah, they did, what, 106? Oh, he's modest spexed at that. So I think getting up rocks here are going to be really good. I'm going to try and get up rocks as he's going to knock us out. Actually, no. Should I have saved this? I might have messed up. I think I messed up. I could have gone Infernape too, honestly. Damn, I did not expect him to be modest specs. Okay, that's a little scary, actually. I could sack... No. Okay, so Quackaball has now become a little bit more of a problem due to me making that play. I think Braveberry still kind of comes in handy. Maybe he thinks we're Custop. No, Custop Berry's not even in the game. So he's going to knock us out here. This gives me a free switch into Mamoswine, as well as Infernape. If I bring an Ape, he probably sacks off the Clefable. If I bring in Mamoswine, I think I just Icicle Crash and do some really good damage to something. I need to chip down that Dragapult to put it in range of my Tornadus. Actually, do I get knocked out? I actually live a spec flamethrower, so I could go into Tornadus and Hurricane because we live a hit. Mammoth Swine might be the safer play though. So I'm just gonna Mammoth Swine here. Azov, if he brings in Azov, I'm not worried about that because we are AV. And having rocks up are also really, really nice. So I think Icicle Crash is still a pretty good move here. I could also just Earthquake, honestly. He could just sack off the Clefable. What is this? I guess my other switchings would have been like Infernape, I suppose. So down goes the Clef. And in comes the Quackleval, most likely. I didn't expect him to have Flip Turn. He could either Rapid Spin here or go for the Flip Turn and knock me out. I feel like him going for Flip Turn makes a lot more sense. And I don't really need my Braviary at this point, although Mammoth Swine could still come in handy. So I'm going to sack off my Braviary. Although it might have been better to sack this off earlier. And he gets a speed boost, unfortunately. Okay, so this is where Scarf Tornadus is going to come in handy. Actually, what I could have also done, maybe Tinkaton at +1. Does Tinka live a hit? I don't live a hit. All right, so we're going to go for the Bleak Wind Storm. We got to hit this. We have an 80% chance to stay in this game still. He's going to withdraw. That's fine. In comes Torterra, though. It's going to take the hit. As we do 0. I think I have to Mammo here. If he Shell Smashes, that's a little bad. Shoot, we might have lost. Darn it, dude. Did we lose? We might have lost. Okay, so he goes for the Earthquake. Good play on his part. So Earthquake. Unfortunately, Infernape doesn't knock him out either. Tinkaton into Bulldoze does not enough. So we're gonna have to bring an Ape here. We might be able to pull this off actually. Hold on. Let's see. Close Combat could knock him out here depending on his bulk investment. Blitz is probably my safer bet because we also hit the Dragapult on a switch in. I could also double into Torn. I kind of want to double here. Because I feel like he's going to go hard Dragapult because even if he hard Dragapults, it could get a KO. Actually, Knockoff is not that bad either. Flare Blitz. Actually, Flare Blitz might put it in range. I feel like he definitely needs to save this. I'm going to knock off. Yes! Okay, so I feel like he needs to save this. What's coming in? Is this Dragapult? It is a Dragapult. This could drop after rocks. Let's go! Down goes Dragapult. Awesome. That's great. Okay, good. Torterra's going to be taking that rocks damage. Torterra taking that rocks damage is going to be huge. Azelf is still kind of a problem. Torterra being so... Okay, so I think I need to either get rid of the Quackleval or Torterra, which is the problem. Torn T. So Torn could... dude. If he Ice Spinners, I don't live. Aqua Step. He showed Aqua Step. I could hard Torn. I almost want a hard Torn here. I really do. I really want a hard Torn here. I'm going to close combat. Oh, we outspeed! Oh, it just barely lived! I'm surprised we outspeed. Oh, wait, duh, I'm dumb. We're in Fernape. I don't know why I thought he was Spexed. I mean, sorry, Scarfed. I don't know why I thought he was Scarfed. I don't know why I thought he would be faster than me. That's on me. That's on me. Man, I almost threw there. I almost threw. He's super low at this point. Do we knock him out? I think we knock him out with U-turn. He's at 4%. Hold on. Yeah, he's like at 5-ish%. So we can U-turn here. We also Dark Pulse spam, which is not the best actually. I think I U-turn. U-turn and we knock him out. Yes. Okay, so down goes Quack. Okay, so we have a chance to win here. We have a good chance to win potentially. As we reveal to him that we are Scarfed. Although maybe he figured that out earlier. And we can bring in Tinkaton here. Okay, so it might come down to Torn against the Torterra. Oh, this is going to be really close. This is going to be really close. In comes Torterra. I thought he would bring in the... What's it called? The other mon. So he's at... we don't knock him out with a hit here. Unfortunately. Electric, he's Terra Electric. So we can... Actually, Play Rough does way more damage. I mean, we're not going to knock him out, unfortunately, but we're going to do a good chunk. So he does live. Maybe we leave an Earthquake? I was not expecting Synthesis. Crud. Oh, that might be game. I was not expecting Synthesis. Yeah, I think he wins. I think Joey wins here. I was not expecting Synthesis, dude. Yeah, he wins. We came so close. If he didn't have Synthesis, I honestly think we won. I honestly think we won if he didn't have Synthesis. It would have came down to what Azelf was running. Unless we flinch him here, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah. Oh, man. We came so close. Yeah, unfortunately, no. We don't knock him out here. Well, I'm definitely more happy with this... with the way that I played this game than I did week 1. We definitely put up a way better matchup here. So we go for Dark Pulse. Flinch? No flinch. He knocks us out, guaranteed. If we had got the flinch there, then we go up against Azelf. Maybe we knock it out. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown away Quagsire so early. Although rocks definitely did help in this matchup. So we only end up losing 2-0, just barely, man. Even against Azelf, though, I don't think we knocked him out in one hit, and I'm not sure what the Azelf set was. Yeah, Dark Pulse was still a 2-hit KO even against Azelf, so depending on rolls, maybe we lived a hit that he hit us with. So, good game to Joey. We are unfortunately 0-2 now. Bit of a rough start, but hey, just got to bounce back next week. Make sure to like, leave a comment, check out Joey for whatever reason you don't know him. Honestly, I am way more happy with this performance than my week 1 performance. I think I made maybe only 1 or 2 bad plays here. The Braviary play and the Quagsire play I think might have been like the 2 main things. But you live and learn, and you just got to go from there, learn from your mistakes. So with that being said, I'll see you all next week in week 3 where we take on Numb Nexus. So with that being said, I will see you all next time. Later, everybody.